Here I have two different red light therapy pads, and if I hold them like this, you might make some assumptions about them being relatively similar. Power looks to be about the same, the intensity of the light looks to be about the same. They are from the same brand, so that makes it a little bit easier. And if I hold them like this, you might make some other assumptions, maybe that one of these costs a little bit more than the other. Actually, these are both in the same budget range, and when you're selecting a red light therapy device, you got to consider a few things. First of all, welcome back to the channel. I review a lot of different red light therapy devices and just things that I use in general. These two were both sent to me, originally in exchange for individual reviews, but being that they're on the same controller with the same amount of power input running through these, I thought I'd make a really cool comparison. This one is a 20-inch pad by 12, and this one is 16 by 8. But if you look closely, that LED spacing is really important. These ones are much closer together, while these ones are not, but there's also something else going on that you have to consider when choosing a red light therapy device. This one uses a tri-chip, so both of these are going to have the dual band 660 nanometer and 850 nanometer, which is going to give you both the benefits of right at the skin level and bringing blood flow and collagen production, so they say. But they also have infrared light, which is going to be your deeper recovery, muscular, nervous system, better for your joints. And that's where the chips come into play. 120 LEDs here and 150 on this one. However, this is a tri-chip, so for each LED, you're going to have 3 chips, 1 red light and 2 infrared light. And the larger is a dual chip, 1 red light, 1 infrared light. Now, what that means is that each one has pros and cons, but obviously this is going to make for a device with better coverage. The total amount of power output is actually really similar between the two because you have more LEDs in general, not just because of the size of it. So that means this makes for a great pad for laying down on, for if you're going to place it on your entire back, maybe do some stretching while you're sitting on it. That's one of the ways that I use this. My wife and I both try different devices pretty much every single night. Her on her back, me could be on my stomach because I have inflammation in my stomach, but I also am recovering from a spinal fusion. So I have nerve issues kind of all over my body. So I might have my hands hurting one day, my legs hurting another day. So I use them for other reasons. And if you want something that is more targeted, in this example, the 16-inch works really, really well. I can get pretty much just perfect coverage right on the front of my stomach where I get the majority of my pain. And I want something that's intense with the most amount of light in that area. Whereas this one is really good if you want to hit more than one area, targeted area. I know this is my front, but if this was my back, I could essentially cover my entire back or most of it with one of this size. And it's especially good for just laying down on top of. And basically, I'll get less intense light in one area, but then I won't have to move it if I want to cover other areas. I can just run it for a slightly longer amount of time. So as far as power output goes between these two units, this one has 150 LEDs, but 300 total chips. This one, 120 LEDs, but 360 total chips. So if we're talking total number of chips and the power that they receive, this one could technically be a little bit more powerful, but with this one, you get the benefits of the wider area of coverage. So if we're talking treatment time, you may be able to accomplish more with this one. But if you want something that is high intensity, you could actually accomplish more with this one. All that to basically say that when you're looking for these devices, keep in mind the number of chips, keep in mind the spacing and the size of the pads overall, and you might have something that works well for you. I really like these ones from the brand. You can see my full reviews on it, but these ones do come with a basic remote. Kind of hard to read this backwards since it's mirrored, but 4 levels of intensity, pretty simple. And they also come with a pulse mode. Simple to control, simple timer to these ones as well. These both have the same remotes to them. So that's why I really like this brand, as well as just how nice and warm they actually feel. And if you only have 15, 20 minutes, like I had knee pain the other day, I keep getting knee pain with just running around with the kids and such. I might put this on for 20 minutes, and by the time I'm done with it, gone. Like, just melts away. Really warm, really powerful. You can just feel the heat coming off of it. It feels really nice. When you take it off, your joint will just feel cool and fantastic. These are nice long cords, so I can still use them from 10 plus feet away if I'm not super close to an outlet. These also have detachable cables, so that if I'm wearing this with the Velcro on it, you can actually just detach it if you need to go somewhere, like walk to the kitchen or something, come back, plug it back in, and it'll just restart where it was at. Same timer settings and all that. So really nice to have those features as well. I'm getting on a tangent, but that's basically the difference between a large pad and a smaller pad. Hope that helps.